Hi everyone, Floyd Meyer here. I am a physician assistant. I have a master's in public health, a degree in molecular biology, and I'm currently working in physical medicine and rehabilitation. This week we're going to be shifting gears. We have done a deep dive into nutrition and its effects on resilience. So if you haven't seen those yet, make sure you check them out now. But now we are going to be focusing on physical fitness, its impacts on resilience, the mechanisms behind this, and then we're going to discuss what is the best type of exercise to improve your resilience. Most people are well aware of the benefits of being physically fit, and the scientific literature is full of studies showing these effects. In fact, in a review article by Silverman et al., they state that, quote, promoting physical fitness as a pathway to resilience is based on solid scientific evidence, as noted in many ancient and current sources. And physical fitness is going to optimize our stress reactivity. It is going to confer a physiological and psychological benefits, and it's going to serve as a buffer against different types of stress, which are all possible mechanisms that can protect against the development of different types of stress-related disorders and different types of chronic diseases. From heart disease to obesity to cancer, anxiety, depression, infections, all of this can be significantly impacted by either having a high or a low level of physical fitness. So why does being physically fit play such an important role in our overall resilience to this wide range of different types of diseases and conditions? And this is likely due to the numerous beneficial effects that physical activity can have. So, quote, physical fitness achieved through regular exercise and or spontaneous physical activity can protect against the development of chronic stress and inflammatory related diseases by optimizing physiological and neuroendocrine stress responsivity and promote an anti-inflammatory state and enhance neuroplasticity and growth factors expressions. So in other words, physical fitness can improve our ability to buffer against different types of stresses. It reduces your inflammation and it increases your ability of your brain to adapt to new types of stressors. All of this is pretty amazing stuff just from getting outside and moving our bodies. So now you may be wondering, how much exercise do I actually need in order to get these benefits? Do I need to be doing some insane exercise, some new exercise routine every single day, or can I just walk around the block a couple of times? Well, luckily, the Department of Health and Human Services has created very, very clear guidelines that they just updated on how much physical activity is recommended for most adults. So they start out by saying that adults need to move more and they need to sit less. And obviously any type of physical activity is going to be better than nothing. And that's why they kind of start out with this recommendation. Now they go on to state that for most adults, you want to try and get somewhere between 150 to 300 minutes of some type of moderate intensity activity per week. Or you can do a shorter amount. You can do 75 to 150 minutes of some type of vigorous activity per week. And so, you can think of doing, these can be any types of exercise, biking, running, swimming, doing jogging, whatever it is, you want to get some type of physical activity, either a moderate intensity or at a vigorous intensity. And the basic idea is the harder you go, the less amount of time you have to spend doing that type of activity in order to get those benefits. They also recommend that we do some type of muscle strengthening on 2 or more days per week. So this is going to be some type of resistance training. This doesn't mean that you need to be doing 500-pound deadlifts. It means that you need to either be lifting some type of weight, doing some type of additional weight training, or you can be using resistance bands, things like that. or even doing body weight stuff where you are just utilizing your own body, doing things like push-ups and body weight squats and things like that. But you really want to be doing something to build muscle on at least 2 or more days per week on top of the baseline aerobic activity that you should be getting throughout the week. They actually go on to say that additional health benefits are gained by engaging in physical activity beyond the equivalent 300 minutes or 5 hours of this moderate intensity physical activity per week. So more is better. Obviously, this is up until a point. You can do so much physical activity that it is actually detrimental, but most people are going to be nowhere near those, significant amounts of physical activity to actually cause some type of problem later on. You're causing too much damage. Now, these physical activity guidelines are very clear and saying that more activity is going to be better for your overall health. But you still may be asking, what is the best type of exercise in order to improve your resilience? Should I be running? Should I be walking? Is it biking? Is it weightlifting? And the answer is it's the type of activity that you will actually do. Consistency is what matters. You need to find some type of activity that you enjoy, that you can consistently do day after day, month after month, year after year, decade after decade. Something that you enjoy, something that you will continue to do, and get these physical activity guidelines, because it doesn't do any good to be healthy in your 20s if you don't exercise in your 30s, 40s, and 50s. You need to find something that you can personally be consistent to or consistent with, and that is going to be the best type of physical activity for you. People who exercise regularly report a higher quality of life and improved health status, both physically and mentally. Physical activity recommendations state that we should get somewhere between 2 to 5 hours of moderate intensity physical activity per week. Or we can get, a little bit less if we're doing more vigorous intensity activity. And then we need to be doing some type of muscle strengthening, either with weights, with bands, or just our own body weight, about 2 or more days per week in order to get the optimal amount of physical activity to improve our overall resilience. And it's important that you find something that you can actually be consistent with, because consistency is key when it comes to improving your resilience. So I hope that this has been helpful. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If this resonated with you, make sure you are sharing it with your friends, with your family, and make sure that you are subscribing and following for more of this content, because we're going to be going even more into resilience in the coming weeks and months. Again, this is Floyd Meyer. Have a great day.